I see get data, and I see the different data sources. And if I click more, I see Excel Workbook, text CSV, XML, JSON, folder, PDF. You can even connect data to a PDF, okay, and get, if the data on the PDF are in tabular format, you can get the data from the PDF. You can go in different like categories. So here is the file, databases, and you see the different databases. I guess some of them really like match your current setup. So some of you might have an SQL Server or an Access or an Oracle. The Power Platform is something like more advanced. Azure, if you, I don't know if you, some of you are using Azure services, online services. Look what is happening here. You can connect Dynamics to Salesforce, to Google Analytics, to like visualize your reports, website traffic. So it's so many connections to different data sources that you can put on Power BI and do powerful things. So you can explore it, but for now, let's go. And it's the same. So I will do it in Power BI. You can also do it in Power BI, or you can do it on Excel. So if I go and say get data from Excel, okay, and when I open the file, and you will get similar experience when you go to Excel, exactly the same experience. I get this window, which is called Navigator Window. And the Navigator Window, what it does, it navigates to what is actually inside your Excel. And it can detect different elements in your Excel. So one element that it can actually detect, it is an Excel table like this one. And you see the icon of an Excel table. So it says that I see an Excel table with the name product sales. It can also detect, of course, an Excel worksheet, an Excel tab. So it detects your Excel tab. And it can also detect a named range area or a named cell. So it detects everything you have in your Excel. And if you click in any of these, so if you select any of these items here, so let's say I want to click on the product sales, you will get to see the preview of the data here. And you can select to actually get the data into your Power BI tool or your Excel. Now, with the latest version, and we are using a latest version here because that's Power BI, you also get some extra like functionality that do not exist in the, I guess those of you that if you will try to do it from Excel, you won't have that. You get suggestions. So the tool is looking into the data and gives you some suggestions of what is potentially what the data source you want to connect to. So far, I really use the suggestions for the web because sometimes the data on the website, it's messy. There are so many data sources, you know, there's tables there, tables there, tables there. So with the suggestions, I might like set up my own table, okay? So where I pick bits and pieces from a website and then create a connection to the website. So imagine that with this tool, you can also connect to the web and get data on a regular basis. So let's select the sales per day. Okay. And then we have some options. Don't get into like excitement and click stuff. So we have a load, which Microsoft made sure that they also put the color so that they push us to do it. But as I say, I don't want you to do it. Never click the load, never. Why? The reason is that in most cases, you want to do some kind of transformation to your data. Your data is not ready for reporting. It's not ready for analysis. So always, when you load, you make the first connection to your data, okay, I advise you, from my experience, to actually go and select the transform data. Let's go and do that now. Let's click the transform. And what's going to happen now, guys, this is impressive because the same thing happens in your Excel. As I said, what's going to happen, the tool is going to open a second application, which is like a full application. It's not like a light stuff here. It's for me, it's the most exciting, the most powerful thing that has happened in Excel, in people that they're using Excel or they're doing data analytics for the last 10 years. Maybe even more than that. maybe for the last, I don't know, more than 20 years. This tool that you have on my screen, you have on your screen now, it's so powerful. And many times I say the only thing that doesn't do it's coffee. You can't imagine how powerful it is. And let me explain why I'm really excited with Power Query. So this is Power Query, which is also available on your Excel, okay, and it's free. You don't need to pay for that. Now, Power Query, it's the actual tool that connects with all these more than 100 data sources. And what it has here, it has a section that you can see all your queries or your connections, the actual data here, and there is that section here that says applied steps. And when I realized what this thing is doing, oh my God, you won't believe it, okay? You will freak out, because whatever step I'm gonna do with my data, it's recording it. And it's keeping a history, and it's remembering how the data looks like at every step.